Alright everybody, what's up? Serious Jest here. Champion Cup action round 2. This will be the first match of the official PlayStation CabaleVision Champion Cup round 2 of the playoffs. These were the results in the first round, a lot of close matches, and now we're in the second round, and the first game is going to be between Greenpeace versus Here for Beer. This is a high elf team facing off, hosting the human team Here for Beer. I am Serious Jest. My co-host here is VPowerV. What's going on, V?
How's it going, man? I'm good.
Pretty good, pretty good. That's what's up. So we're gonna check out the first team. Greenpeace. They're waving the Nemesis League
Let's have
banner.
a look.
See, they're coming in at 1470 TV. Their motto is "Prepare to die peacefully," and they're donning that olive green and white uniform. Take a look at these guys. They've got three. How many active players is that? 10 active players. So they got one hurt, and
It's a
so they're
real
gonna come in
shame
here
that
with a
catcher's
journeyman.
out because he would have been real useful.
Yeah, agility 5 catcher, but they do have an agility 5 blitzer, so that helps. And
Yeah.
man, they got look at that blitzer. You don't often see this with the elf teams, but Mighty Blow and piling
No.
on. So this guy can mess you up.
Yeah, he's going to
Aldion
be taking out some. He's going to be headhunting some targets.
And him and his pal Matt and Deer. I hate when coaches don't rename their players. It just makes the game worse to announce.
Especially the elves.
Yeah, exactly, and or the lizards too. They got the difficult to pronounce names. Um, so this guy, these two, the guard piece is gonna buddy up. I'm guessing with the blitzer over here, with the pylon blitzer, and I'm sure we'll come up with nicknames for these guys as we go on, because I'm not gonna keep saying these names. This is how it is.
Yeah.
A
I
little
mean,
logic.
that other blitzer for me is going to be. He's going to be the. He's going to make the difference, I think, as well. The agility 5 blitzer, they can really cause some problems.
Did you see Greenpeace's game against the Dark Side Indians?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I missed
I
that.
know it was an upset. That's the one match I missed, and I heard that they just
Yeah.
Greenpeace just. I mean, the Darkside Indians were this 2100 TV team or something. It was like something insane
Yeah, I
with a
know the team
ton of
was
stat ups.
crazy.
Yeah, Stuntman Didi. He was definitely the favorite to win it all. When we all came into the
Mm.
tournament, everybody was talking about his team, and this team upset them. And so don't sleep on them. High elves can do a lot, especially because of because of the throwers. And wow, look, he doesn't even have
Yeah.
a thrower. This looks like such an undeveloped team when you look at it. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
guessing,
crazy.
yeah, on the
I
inducement
think,
side.
yeah, I think he's only problem for me with the team is it just, it's fairly one-dimensional just with that one catcher, and he's just gonna have a target on his head for the whole game, and
Mm,
if he's out, he's gonna struggle, I think, with it, with
that's got to be
the
their whole
pace
offense,
of
right? Just
mhm,
one turn and then
mhm.
sit around on defense and try to steal the ball again,
Yeah,
which had to be tough against elves, because they won against an agility dark elf team.
mm.
So let's
And
see
that
here.
Dark Elf team had Mighty Blow and stat ups left, right, and center.
Let's say that again.
The Indians, they had stat ups and Mighty Blow and
All
stuff
over the
all across
place.
the team. They were unreal, yeah. I mean, what did he do for inducements in that game?
I don't even know.
He must have
That
been
one was the
down.
other
No.
really early one, so I missed that one, and Mojo
Uh,
streamed that. But
uh,
whatever they did, it worked, and this team was the underdog. And
yeah.
let's see if they're the underdog again today. Let's take a look at their opponents real quick. So Greenpeace is 1470 TV, and they will be facing off against, where are they here for beer? 1330. So actually, the humans who got beat up pretty bad against the Skaven team
I
they
did see
faced.
that, yeah.
That was the bloodiest match of round one. And let's see how many. The humans will have 3 guys out, so that means 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys. So they'll have a journeyman as well. So it looks like the humans are actually going to come in though with the inducements, and they've got their own blitzer who's dangerous too. Check that guy out. He can move 8, so 16 yards in a turn, and he's got mighty blow, and they got a very capable thrower in Galahad Duelist. He's also a leader, so he had to re-roll the short hands, the blodging. I don't think anybody has strip ball on the other side, but their catcher Gothard
No.
Filbert was sprint, and he's got the strip ball ability. This is an interesting team, and we saw they were able to really hang with the fast movers and like the dodgy teams against the rats. So
He did, yeah.
I like this team here for beer, even though they're banged up. They're gonna be missing a couple guys. They got two. They got one more guard guy than the other team. I don't know. Who are you calling on this
Hmm.
match?
Oh, I think unless that piling on Blitzer goes to work, I'm gonna probably have to say humans. I think, but
I think I agree with you. I think
yeah, I
it's
think it really if he can take out maybe that catcher or someone with the piling on and it's definitely gonna level it up somewhat.
I think if so, one of the last games I announced with Mojo Nova. Oh, by the way, the game is on Cabal
Mm.
Vision now. So if you want to go to Cabal
Oh,
Vision
okay.
and tune in. But if you when I was announcing with Mojo Nova, was one of these past games. He said he really liked Greenpeace a lot because the Dark Side Indians were so favored and they upset him. So,
Mm.
I think if you asked him, he'd say he thinks they're going forward. And I will say this: every coach in this tournament is capable of winning it all. I really believe that everybody is talented, everybody's a good coach, and sometimes, and I'm going to back this up by the way. So it looks like the game already started. I'm going to back it up to when it first started to the kickoff. So for a couple of no, for maybe one turn or whatever, while it catches up on fast forward, basically, they'll be
Mm.
they'll be behind. So I'll call this action while you're tuning into the field. And also V, just make sure
Okay.
you're on your party settings that you're enabled voice to be shared, allow voice to be shared. So
Yeah,
just
I
to make
think
sure that
I
they
have
can hear your
from
voice.
before. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I would say every coach that made it to the playoffs here in the Champion Cup definitely, and that's why I was getting at with the algorithm thing. People, even people that complain about the algorithm, if you've watched these matches, you can see the level of talent in the playoffs it's been really good, and
Mm.
there's been no slouches. So I do think Rostafur could win the whole thing. Yes, however, I just got to look at how teams are set up and the matchups and stuff because at some point, once you hit a good level of coaching, my belief is then it really comes down to how did you build your team, what is the matchup for, and then ultimately how the dice went.
Yeah.
So I think I favor here for beer in this game. That's who I would call it for the win. But obviously, if any team won against another in this whole thing, it wouldn't surprise me. And the looks like the humans start off making a statement, knocking an elf out. Ooh, and he knocks Real Dion Baragel, the elf, out as well. Stefan Smutzer coming in with that nasty uppercut. And third lineman is going to be hit by Gustav Fentelberry. Not a knockout, but it looked like it hurt. And humans have already made a little cage around the ball to make it easier for Galahad Duelist to run over there and grab the rock. And he does successfully with no problem. They got a loose cage set up. And here comes the ogre. We didn't talk about the ogre because he's a level 1 guy, and unfortunately, this is the kind of stuff that happens with those guys, man. They kind of, no block, no kind of special
Yeah.
skills. They just hit hard, and I mean, you don't expect a lot out of them, right? You just try to match them up with whoever you might, and at the end of the turn, maybe you try to throw a block and see if you can get lucky with the mighty blow.
Yeah. That's it. You definitely don't want to be relying on those guys.
Unless you got somebody
Not
like
for the big
Saddam
plays.
Hussein. So you got the pro in the block, and then your
Oh yeah.
chances of him failing, on stupid stuff is greatly reduced. And there's that blitzer we were talking about, and he makes his presence known, but he does not pile on because there's a lot of hungry humans, including that damn dirty player over there. Um, Smutzer, aptly named Rain Smutzer. He sounds dirty, so a smutty name, and they're just all waiting for him to pile on. Because to me, if you pile on one of my guys, I'm probably fouling you.
Yeah. If you can, especially with that guy, because you take him out of the game, you got some,
Hmm.
one headache removed.
Absolutely. So you got to be judicious with your use of pylon, and he is. He's waiting for the right situation. Yeah, armor 8. With the piling on, I mean, armor 8's pretty good, but all it takes is a couple of assists and your guy's in trouble.
Just trying to work out what time are you at here with your broadcast. I'm gonna try and
Oh,
get to the
I'm
same
all caught
thing.
up. I'm all caught up now. So, whatever you're
Oh,
seeing
okay.
on Cabal Vision, we're all caught up. Um, the elves. moving into position to respond now in the bottom of turn 3. And you have to believe that Percival Soren, who is faced off in the tackle zone of the guard elf, is probably going to catch a bolo over here. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. Here comes Mr. Pylon, unable to do anything but knock him back. But every time this guy hits one of your players, the pucker factor has to be in effect.
Yeah, convincing. Ooh,
Yikes!
here it comes.
And with no frenzy on the other side, the high elves are free to get close to that sideline and flirt with death. But he decides not to. He's going to pull away from the sideline.
Okay, I'm all caught up now. That was getting confusing.
And you're going to see, so Gustav Fentelberg is going to move into place. And here comes their own Mighty Blower. And the human Mighty Blow guy, Stefan Smutzer, one of the Smutzer
Oh,
brothers, gives Metarina a bit of the bidness, but is unable to seal the deal, and it looks like the cage is going to move to the other side. This is an effective technique. I like to do this. I think you may have seen my game against Afro Chef, and I like to go to one side of the field, and if they commit too hard on that side, I run to the other. The only
yeah,
problem is that these elves are mobile, so being able to actually seal them off
that's
is
it.
tough.
It's with the elf as well. It's that getting that priority right of moving people across freely before you, and getting a couple of guys over there minimum before you start trying to dodge people out, because you try and do those dodges first, you get punished, and then you get stuck the other side of the field, and
Uh-huh.
it all goes wrong.
Absolutely. And there's that star player for the humans you were talking about, or their star player really, Gotthard Philibert. His armor has been broken in the past badly, and
And that
he
could come
actually
into
suffered.
play today, I think.
Yeah, he had a fractured skull in the past, and I'm sure that Mighty Blow Pylon guy would love to get his hands on that
Oh
catcher.
yeah, he's man marked for the game, I'm sure.
Which you
And
can live
any
with an armor
chance,
7 on a catcher, especially a movement 9 guy, because
yeah, it's
your
not that
chances are
often
you're
you're
not
gonna
putting him in
get him.
contact too much anyway. I will say though, I think human catchers are one of the best pieces in the game. My personal view, they have access to both general skills and agi, and they're fast.
Yeah,
Although they have strength too, but they can make up for that. They can get dauntless. You
I
know.
mean the high elf catchers are nice, but only starting with catch on
Yep.
its own is, you know,
Yeah. They break easy too. And for the most part,
yeah,
human catchers can take some punishment. I like when elves run that little offense where they send out a bunch of catchers in my backfield,
yeah.
because I just pick one and I beat the piss out of him, and when he lays there on the ground, then I stomp him, and then they're like, oh no, maybe I don't want to send a bunch of my catchers out there alone and unafraid. But with the human catcher, they're kind of built to take punishment, so you could send several of them out there, and then it's not as easy a deal. Ooh, and the ogre uh, looks lumbering and slow as Ruskan Grumman, the tackle wrestler, comes over and matches up. And here comes the Mighty Blow Pylon Elf to deliver punishment on his nemesis over there, which is going to be the human Mighty
This is
Blow
like
guy.
that was like the two arch enemies there going at it, mighty blow for mighty blow.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. It's like, we were saying, like, a lot of times the most dangerous guys on the pitch, uh, we call these battles between those two guys, but they often don't end up actually facing off, right? Like they'll
Yeah,
work
yeah.
each other's teammates over, but they don't actually go at each other. And now you're seeing in this match that Elf Blitzer's like, nah, son, this is my pitch. I'm the boss. I'm the alpha male. Hold my outturned pocket. And let's see how the humans respond here.
Agility 5 Blitzer, he's down there waiting for an opportunity.
Uh-huh. And so the blitz is not with the mighty blower this time. It's going to be with the guard piece, Blodger, Ullman.
Yeah, he's going to put out that running threat.
Well, they're creating a little screen, it looks like, on the other side of the field. So are we maybe going to see this cage again run over to the other side? They're advancing like... They're advancing. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to see. We're going to see they're advancing that cage little by little by little. And this time it doesn't look like it's advancing at all. It's making a complete lateral move, trying to lock the elves in, but on one side. But I don't know. It's tough because the mobility and the agility is so great. And there's that dangerous catcher. And this might be... This is actually... They are in scoring position now. That's a 9 movement guy
Yeah.
with sprint
That's gonna
ability.
drag some people away, you know, from the elf screen. They're gonna have to deal with him.
Hmm. And the thing is, there's a nice little screen out.
Oh,
That sucks for the humans. The ogre is kind of beat up, and what that does...
I'm sure Boneheaded it. Although the odds are the same for everything, you know, but Boneheaded just seems to come around so
the
much
most
more than.
inopportune times, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and right now you don't want to be this lineman Fentelberry, who's probably going to catch a nasty haymaker from Mighty Blow pylon guy. Which I imagine will then free him up because you can actually get this elf catcher back there and take a hit on the ball carrier. You got at least a 1-die block on him. If you play your cards right, it could be a 2-die block. Mark up the lineman and the dirty play lineman in the back. You send another guy to provide the assist over here, and then actually blitz with the catcher, or you can blitz with the
Is he?
blitz with the tackle guy too.
Oh,
Actually,
guard pieces down there.
so they are going to use the pylon guy, who's just going to get wrestled down, but that's okay. That's all they needed. So you could take this lineman over here, Medina or whatever the hell the unimproved lineman. Oh, and they're not going to do that. So they're not going to blitz the ball carrier. They're going to play it safe and move their guys back, go into what looks like column defense.
If he goes for that blitz and it fails, it's too easy for him to score. Do you think
Yeah,
he's just...
so
Oh, what did they take for
standard column.
defense? Wizard.
It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is an easy score for the humans, and they don't even have to go that far away over here. They could actually just...
Is he gonna drag it out though, do you think? Is he gonna...
So, let's see. If he scores on his next turn, that gives the High Elves 3 turns to put it in the end zone, which we know they're very capable of doing. They go into 1-1 at the half. Yeah, go 1-1 at the half, and then they get the ball back in the second half. So not ideal for the human team. So I could totally see. I mean, I think you throw a couple blocks as the humans and see how it turns out, see how it's looking.
Yeah.
And if you like what you see, then and you have control, then you set up your cage deep into that middle ground, because now it looks like they can clear these elves out, which they can. They're all in contact. So if they can clear these elves in the middle, you set your cage up a little deeper, you score the next turn. Because, let's see.
These 5 guys down the bottom aren't going to be able to cover the whole backfield.
Nope, exactly. Because, I mean, and the elves are down 2 players.
Oh, he's gone for the blitz.
That was
Oh, punish.
Ballsy. And all he's able to do is piss that thrower off. And I wouldn't want to be the Agi-5 blitzer right now. Because that tackle dude is looking at him like, what? Merry Christmas?
That peekaboo.
And even if the tackler doesn't knock him down on the first hit, he's going to knock him in the direction of Stefan Smutzer, who's looking hungry. Hangry.
The thing is, you get a decent hit here from that thrower. Look who's waiting in the wings for a little foul.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think my prediction is the humans do not score this turn. I think they're gonna take their sweet time and
I
milk
think I
out some
think I
hits.
think that's a big opportunity. You can put like a what a plus one, two, three, four, plus
Hmm.
five
That's
foul on that
goodbye,
guy.
Agi 5. Oh, bonnet from the
Oh
ogre at
man,
another important time. And so ogres, what
give
is he
that
doing?
guy a Red Bull.
All right, and the mighty blower is gonna come with it on this block lineman. Does not put him away, but puts another tackle zone on these other guys. This is gonna make it easier, and I imagine the tackle piece is gonna hit that elf now. Oh, he tries to hit him with the. That's unorthodox, I gotta say, and it kind
Yeah,
of doesn't make sense. It's a blodger in the lane for a tackle dude, so they're not interested in moving this cage right now at all. The human's very comfortable, very very comfortable, and ooh, unable
they're
to
just
finish the
getting rid
job
of
for the
that
person.
guy.
Uh huh.
That's what happens with old blodgers. They just get pushed around and around and around, and they just don't go down.
And a lot of big
Not
blue
when
arrows, and this is not what the humans wanted, I imagine. Um, now what looked like
now he's
an
down.
easy score and it was going to be up to the humans is no longer that. I mean, now you're looking at, yeah, oof. So it's going to give these elves the chance to set
It's
up, and
bought him
man,
a bit
there's,
of time. Yeah.
I mean, no, you're not going to get a hit on the ball carrier this turn, but you could slow this cage down.
That's
This
all they
is,
need to do, really. That's got to be the 101 for this elf team right now.
hmm
Just stop them from scoring.
you could get a hit on the ball carrier. I mean, you kind of, I mean, you could run the Agi 5 guy in there.
Yeah.
That's
I
three
think that's
tackle
fine.
zones, though,
Try and
so,
take out these guys. Try and take out the guys that can score, so that he's not going to score in his next turn. Then, so that
right.
puts him on a turn 8 score. You know that catches down there. Oh no, they're all blitzers.
Yeah, he's not going
Got
to get
blitzing
desperate at
over
this point, I
there.
don't think, but yeah, this is actually looking up until that turn. I mean, it was looking great for the humans, and now,
Mm.
another failure by the ogre. The blodger manages to stay up. All these guys are. You can set up a decent column defense with the elves now, or put some people in contact and create real headaches for the humans.
Yeah, I'd definitely be trying to take out these three guys down the bottom here that are looking like they can maybe score.
Ooh, here comes the. Okay, so they're
You
they're
going for the
marking them
ball
up.
again?
Looks like they're just gonna mark them up.
Can't they?
Yeah, they're not blitzing with the mighty blow pylon guy. Put a bunch of men in contact. A bunch of elves in contact, rather.
He's not really got. Other than that catcher, I just want to be putting that blitzer away. Even a pushback would do me just to get rid of his threat.
And the thing is, I understand, like, you want to create the cage, and it really was playing it safe. But that catcher, where he was before, was providing a scoring threat that, frankly, the elves had to worry about. And with
Mm.
him having moved back to behind where he is now, he's no longer a scoring threat. Now these elves can do what they're about to do, is just to mark people up or cut off lanes. So and we have Mojo Nova in the chat. What's up, Mojo? What did you miss? Let's see. Ball kicked off. Humans started out pretty bashy. Managed to take two elves off the pitch, but after that, it's pretty much been the elves creating column defenses and cutting off avenues of approach to the touchdown. The humans kept going from side to side, trying to move this cage. They tried left, they tried right. Now they're trying to push up the middle, and the elves have just been
Oh,
very resilient. And look at that.
oh, and again.
This guy's been amazing with the
Oh,
dodging, but he
oh
unable
no.
to finish the job. And the ball carrier just looked annoyed. He's like, "Get out of here!" Swatted him away like a fly. And that puts his teammate Mighty Blow Pylon guy
That's
in a
right.
predicament. What's up, Fan Fox? Good morning. Got Fan Fox in the chat as well. Mojo and Fan Fox, both guys that are still alive in this tournament as well.
I'm gonna have to get that up.
Yep. Just round two. So round one was 8 games. Round two is going to be 4 games. And so 8 coaches still alive in the race. 2 of them now trying to eliminate the other one. There can be only one. And
Whoa.
the tackling thrower, he just gets tired of
Taking
that
out the big guy.
movement 9 catcher hanging around. He's going to provide a scoring threat downfield. And there's the ball carrier. So they're going to... Nice little loose cage they're going to create over there on the side. But they got to hope nothing goes wrong with the dice.
I mean, they got that. The others got that guard piece down there. If they can get him round, they probably wangle a 2 dice on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And you got that. Yeah, maybe that lineman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a stretch to get a hit on the ball though.
So he chooses to mark him up with Stefan Smutzer. Okay, and he throws the catcher up there. That makes sense, but I think they need one more guy from back here after they have... I gotta do something with this ogre too soon. Yeah, actually it's looking really good for the humans at this point. And they take a blow against... Rain Smutzer takes a blow. How many Smutzers on this team? It's just 2, I think. But Rain Smutzer takes a blow with that Mighty Blow Pylon Blitzer. And, so it looks like, Mojo just said the winner between him and Fanfox plays the winner of this game. And the ogre finally wakes up. Says something unintelligible.
It's only taken 7 turns.
Yeah, right? But, hey, better late than never, I guess. Mojo wants more death.
Welcome
and there
to
you
the
go.
party.
There's the final part of that side cage. Viscount Bosch comes in and fills it up, and this
You trying to put
human
some of these elves
touchdown.
down now?
This human touchdown is looking inevitable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the journeyman, Gustav Leopold, pulling his weight. And Floors.
He wants a slot on that team. He's had there's a space.
Yeah, these poor journeymen, man. They train all year, their lifetime, just with their dream of, getting their chance on the Blood Bowl pitch. And this guy has his opportunity, and he's just going ham.
And he's in the mix as well. Normally they just take some hits.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have got to be tough.
Looks
journeymen, you see them dropping like flies normally.
Absolutely. Looks like Greenpeace is giving him the shot, though. Rostafur believes in his journeyman. And now it's turn 7.
Can't afford to mess around, surely. He's got to put it in there.
Yeah, I'd say just score. That's me. But, 1 turns are possible with high elves. Very possible with high elves, but I'd risk it at this point.
Especially with movement 9.
Yeah.
Although, does he come back? Oh no.
Remember though, the disadvantage, like if you can move this cage safely, and definitely wall them off.
Yeah.
Maybe you stall. Because the one thing you don't want is to give this Mighty Blow Pylon guy a free hit on one of your dudes.
Yeah. Sacrificial dirty player up there.
So the L's trying to decide what to do. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the humans are out of turns anyway. That was their turn 7, so they have to score next round. There's no messing around to be done. So they're going to try to set up the column defense. I'm actually surprised they didn't just blitz them with that tackle guy. To me, the humans are just...
force a mistake, I don't know.
Yeah, the humans are being uncharacteristically... Or, I'm sorry, the elves are being... both sides, actually. They're not using their tackle pieces as their main attackers on to, take hits on some of these more fragile, dodgy guys. And there's the blitz. It's going to come again, not from a Mighty Blow guy, not from a tackler, but it comes from a...
An elf line. I do like the elf lineman. No, you can really... Oh.
that's the problem, right? He was
Don't
attacking
like them when
a
they do
human with
that.
dodge,
Mm.
and he didn't have tackle. So it's tough. It's one thing is, I mean, the first step is having the necessary skills
And how
on your
much?
team.
He's only got the 2 tackle, hasn't he, on a team? I think.
Yeah,
Is it
and
just the
he's
2?
not doing a good job of putting those guys in the position to use those skills. In my humble estimation over here. I mean, it's easy to say that from this side, but we're in turn 8, and the humans. Let's see how long they mess around, and they
There we
don't.
go.
They're like, you know what? We're not gonna play around with these blocks. Armor
I
8
did
is
half
enough.
wonder whether that Ogre was going to take a last minute blitz on the danger man. They're
That would
piling
be
on.
very
That would
risky.
be. Oh yeah.
A savage move. And
Okay.
one of the elves
Agility
gonna get.
guy 5 is back.
So will we see the one turn attempt from the elves, or are they just gonna set up for Bash City? So
I
some
think he's gonna.
teams like to set up their one-turn defense by putting a row of men down the field and basically leaving it up to the other side to even if they can chain push the one-turn guy, um, they still have to make 3 dodges. And with an elf team,
Yeah,
the
I
human team,
generally prefer to do that, but
yeah, me too. And but with the elf team, with the higher agility, some coaches don't like that.
yeah,
So they're gonna do this, which is basically make it so if you're gonna try to one-turn me, you're gonna have to.
this is where he wants his that guy that's missing the game with the agility 5 catcher. That's where you need him now.
Uh-huh. I mean, what I don't like about these kind of setups is if they are able to chain push the guy free, he's gone. He doesn't have to worry about any dodges. And if anything, your extra guys
Mm,
hanging around there could provide him with some extra, chain pushing options. And so it looks like they are setting him up for. It looks like there is going to be a chain push. What I imagine
yeah,
is they're going to come in from the side over here and push one of these dudes, one of the wrestlers, either the wrestler or the dirty
he's
player
coming
guy.
in with the right, and he just
Yeah,
make sure you don't do it with someone with tackle.
right. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to come with Aldion, blah
Well,
blah
it
blah
makes no
blah,
odds. He's
whatever.
got no dodge in there anyway, so
With the blitzer, he's going to knock Rain Smutzer probably here. So he's going to have to move this guy in the middle, the wrestler with the tackle
yeah,
piece. And he's probably going to have to put the catcher, that movement 9 catcher, that's great movement to have. He could put him in the middle. I mean, not in the middle, right to the left of him. Left of the middle. I mean, it looks like he's setting up to do something else, though, which is weird, but I don't know if Rasta was trying to figure it out, but he's got a minute and a half left. Um, yeah, I think what he could do is like move this catcher dude to the left, right to the left of the middle, blitz with the Mighty Blow Pylon guy pushing the dirty player into the middle, and then you've got some other guys stationed right here to push him up. And a row of
yeah.
these 3 guys gets pushed up. Your catcher gets pushed
He
up.
needs to he needs to move that guard piece. I think if he is going to come that way, otherwise
Mm-hmm. That's
you
exactly what he
really
needs
mess
to do.
him up.
That's exactly what he needs to do. Now, movement 9 guy only
Right now,
needs
he needs to
two
come in all the way
pushes.
from the back. But
The
yes,
question is, does
he's
he
going
have
to
enough
do that.
personnel? He's missing 2 guys. But he's only got to push him 2.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like I said, I see what they were doing by crowding this line. I know Mojo prefers this too. He likes crowding this line up here, but you can do this. I don't think he's set up for it though. I don't. I think he it looks like he just
No,
gave
I
up.
can't
He's trying
see.
to figure it out,
Oh,
and
that's
that does
going to
not
ruin
help.
his day.
That does not help matters. I don't really know what he was gonna do. I mean, is this a one-turn setup
That's
here?
it. No chance. Unless he can long bomb that one.
Uh,
6.
it's
He can
not
get
great.
there,
I mean, it's not
but
out
I
of the
don't think
question
he's
for
got the
one of these
people
elves to
now.
get there, and he can definitely get there, pick it up, and is it a long
One of
bomb
these
or a long
linemen
or a
can
long
become a
pass?
hero.
4, 5. I would just take the hits at this point. He's not set up for it anyway. I don't know
No.
what he was gonna do, how he thought he was gonna win. Oh,
Whoa.
I guess like that. Ooh. I'm stupid because I underestimated the ability of these elves to do elfy things.
He wanted
And
to follow up there if he's still going for it.
he's already used the dodge though, so that's the problem. Is so now
But
he's
now
wondering,
the
do I
follow up's
take
free,
that?
is it not?
This should be a 67% dodge to two tackle zones, which he would need to do, and then he's gonna hit him with the guard over here, pushing his catcher up one space, and then he just needs one more. This is very doable. Wow.
You can bring. Can you bring that lineman in to fill that gap? That would push him to
Okay, so he's
there.
not gonna take the chance with the 67% dodge. He's gonna free up. Oh, so he said, "Screw it, I'm giving up on the one turn." So it looks like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he's not.
Look at
He's not
this.
doing it.
He can't hit that
Ah, that's
guy
what a
now.
shame.
Not in the
I
right
thought he
place.
had it. That's only a 67% dodge. He moves that guy right there. He pushes his catcher up
Sure,
one, and then he can bring the
he
other
could
guys.
have brought someone in. He could have
Yeah,
brought someone in from the side. That dirty player could he not plug that gap with? He wouldn't have even needed to dodge.
yeah. I think he was just worried. He didn't want to. The chances of him actually making it back to that ball to go for it, the long pass to the catcher. Yeah, I see where he was going. I probably wouldn't have tried it after the pitch invasion, to be honest. Nuffle says no
Who we got
sometimes. You
that?
just gotta listen. So he wisely
Okay, the
says, you know what,
knockout's back.
screw it. Because that could have gone a lot worse, right? A failed dodge, and then that guy,
Yeah.
yeah, that blodger gets taken out of the game. So the humans are just gonna say, you know what, we'll eat that, we'll score, and then we'll take the ball away from the humans. Although they gotta be a little discouraged because their defense seemed pretty ineffective against the humans in the first round. So we going to see some elf stall tactics, and what
Mm.
lessens the chances of that happening is the presence
The
of that
thing is,
wizard.
if he tries to stall, yeah, I was gonna say. That's what I was just about to say. That wizard is gonna. That really hinders the old stalling options.
You know, but out of any teams that are the most equipped to deal with wizards is, I'd say our elves and rats.
Oh yeah.
Because you just hang somebody in the vicinity. You hang them just out of length so they can't, a fireball won't get both players. So even if they lightning the ball carrier, the other guy
Yeah.
swoops in and takes it. You also got to keep it. The thing about humans is they can cover so much ground sometimes because of those catchers. The ball is still within range.
See how effective this ogre's gonna be this game. The bonehead at the wrong time from him, and that's gonna open up some movement.
I gotta say, on the part of Dynar to like to just ignore that ogre had some critical failures at critical times, and his ability to deal with that and just go around it was very very
Yeah.
impressive. It was very good. So
You can't have him doing essential jobs, you know. Either
absolutely,
mark people or take the hits when you can. But
yeah. I mean, big guys in general is a problem, and this is where I personally, a lot of guys will say like, they hate the Minotaur or the Yeti. Um,
mm,
those big guys I much prefer to like an ogre. I think we all agree universally the troll can be one of the worst players, one of the worst big guys for the as well as that whatever that nasty looking thing, sloth thing for the Nurgle. Um,
yeah,
the really stupid is a real problem because you got to keep a player by that guy at all times. But
yeah,
um, I like that when with the wild animal, you don't lose your tackle zones. So that's why
yeah.
I
That's a
prefer the
big, it's
Minotaur
a
than the
big
Yeti.
difference.
Yep. Because at least if those guys have guard, they can okay, don't move, but you stay where you are and you keep
Yeah,
you keep your
they
tackle
still do their
zones.
job.
Yeah, but this ogre boneheads and he loses everything, so he's completely useless. So do you have, by the way, do you have your Twitch open as well on the laptop or something on your
I
PC?
have, yeah.
Okay, good. Because I can see comments materializing on my PlayStation screen, but for some
Oh,
reason
okay.
my chat's not updating that well on my Twitch. that I have open on the computer. So if you see anything
Dan
good,
Fox has just commented about the talking about the Beast of Nurgle,
what do you say
and
about the Beast of Nurgle?
it looks like he has a strength 6 beast, and he's
Yeah.
offering for you to come and say how stupid he is next to him. Come and say it to his face. I don't
Beast
know
of
which
Nurgle, that
face you
thing
say it
looks,
to, but
that is the most disgusting looking thing I think in all of Blood
yeah,
Bowl. That thing is just it looks like somebody with like the tongue of an ogre. It looks like an ogre tongue with bad gingivitis. That's what it looks like.
yeah, and he just got that silly little shirt on as well.
Ugh. Yeah. That looks like the cousin of the Sarlacc from the Star Wars series.
Yeah, Jabba the
Speaking of,
Hutt's just been diced in acid.
ugh. Speaking of, by the way, Rogue One about to hit the theaters soon. Are you gonna go see that?
What was that, sorry?
Rogue One, getting close to hitting the theaters soon. You planning to go see that?
I haven't been to the cinema for ages, you know.
Oh, okay.
'Cause,
You know what? Have you heard of Rogue One?
that's no,
It's the
that's.
Star Wars spin-off about bounty hunters. I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
yeah,
actually
yeah,
the
yeah. I know
backstory
what
of
you're
Boba
talking
Fett.
about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
haven't
looks
even
pretty
seen an
awesome.
advert for that, you know. I did hear about it.
Yeah, I saw like a trailer for it recently. That's pretty cool. So the humans being
Yeah, there we
playing
go.
this
Yeah.
just right, very cautious. Dinar showing some restraint and another very capable coach. This is I think
Here he
Dinar, while he
comes.
doesn't have the team banner on his team, Dinar I believe his only league, and I may be wrong, but I know he's definitely in the
Oh,
Blood and Tears
first
league.
injury.
Yikes! And that is a significant injury, not crucial. Like, it wasn't a crucial player, but it's good enough. Stefan
That's
Smutzer.
one of his tackle gone now.
Stefan
One of his
Smutzer
two
pretty quiet
tacklers.
in the first half, and now he's
Oh, that wasn't the first injury. When was that other injury? I missed that.
early on. It was
Oh,
like the first in the first hit of the game, or the first or
oh,
second hit of the game. The humans came out rowdy, and then everybody got pretty tame.
he
And
settled
who's been
down.
real quiet is this guy right there, that mighty blow pylon guy. He's been running around clocking people, but nothing lasting. He needs to start throwing
No,
some haymakers.
and you start jumping on some bodies.
Yeah, the problem is the second he does that, that dirty dude is gonna run right over
Oh yeah.
and rock his world. So, but I guess he's far enough now. Are we gonna see the pylon? Are we gonna see the pylon? Where's the dirty guy? Dirty guy's across the field. I think we may see the pylon here. I don't know.
Thing is, if he does to make that foul worthwhile, he'd have
Yeah,
had to dedicate some players over that side of the pitch. So I think
right.
the pylon might have been good there. You
Yeah,
could have enticed a few players over for the
absolutely.
for the foul, and then you may open up some gaps.
Especially with a throwing team like this, because you send the players over there for the foul, and then all the other guys shoot up the field on the other side.
Yeah,
So again, this is I feel like one of the strengths for the High Elf team is, I mean, one of the biggest strengths is that thrower, which comes with pass and safe throw. Two crucial things. This
yeah,
team doesn't have that. They're just like a running
I
team.
don't.
It looks like
They're
they're going with
saying
their
that I've
catcher.
just in my high elf team, I've just sacked my thrower. I've got
Really?
I got a agility 6 lineman, and everything was just going through him, and the throw was just redundant. He was just doing nothing. So I just
I've
thought,
done
what
that.
is the
Yeah,
point, and just
I've
got
had
rid of
that.
him.
Yeah, when you have a high agi guy and you're just like, you know what? Why bring a thrower in? I get it, but those skills, the pass skill and the safe throw, are just
Yeah,
so
no.
crucial. They're
Safe throw is, I think, is real underrated. You know,
hmm
like saying that with that agility 6 lineman, I had it in my last game, and he fumbled at a fairly crucial point, and
Yep.
obviously rather than holding on to that, it was just gone. I was like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, so the agility 6 guy, he's gonna have a lot of uses. You could jump into cages with I think like a 67% roll, and he can catch with three dudes on in his tackle zones with no problem. But um, You know, he's going to have his uses, but I think you still use the thrower to get the ball to him. I mean, out the box, the throwers with the 4 agi and the pass, like that's a pretty high
Yeah.
percentage throw. Even, I mean,
And
right there, it's even.
he drops a long bomb at 67%. You know, that's already punished a few people on a turn 16 or whatever. You know.
Oh, I can imagine. Uh, I
Fan
mean,
Fox is just saying agility 6 that Elf needs to go.
yeah,
But he's
he's
got
a
some
little
backup
biased.
fan. There's an agility 5 and an agility, well, two agility 5 other players in there as well. One's a catcher, one's a blitzer.
Oh,
But
is he
Fan
running?
Fox is my nemesis. That's my only defeat has been to him with this high off team in the cadre at the moment, and he was my nemesis last season as well.
Oh, so
You
you're
know?
saying in the current season, not the. I mean, not season one. You're saying the new one. That's not this. I'm getting a little confused with, you know, sometimes we mix seasons because this is still the playoffs for season one.
Sorry, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
talking the new season now.
No, and that was something. By the way, I don't know what you think about this. I mentioned this to Nitios. I was like, you know, I almost felt like it was a little bit of a, like starting season two at the same time as we opened the playoffs. Just kind of felt a little anticlimactic for me. It's like, look, we just finished the season, determine who's gonna play in
Yeah,
the playoffs, and
maybe,
then
maybe could have had a little gap there just to,
yeah, so that everybody else is
just
like
to help the
interested,
flow
you
of
know,
it.
not like, you know,
Mm.
if you didn't make the playoffs, you're like, oh well, don't care what's going on with that. I'm gonna just focus on season two.
Especially with the Nurgle coming as well. It would have been nice to, to
Yep,
release them at the same time, coincide with the new season.
yep.
Because Nurgle are terrible out the box, and now anyone that actually wants to play them for this season is they're fighting an uphill battle to try and
Yeah,
get
I mean,
anywhere.
but you know, to be fair as well. Oh yeah, because you're saying there are other developed teams out there that are going to make it really. Yeah,
Yeah.
I played my one game in
Well,
the
they're
sea
saying that you
ladder.
get like 10 Nurgle v Nurgle matches in your first bit anyway, but
No, I actually played. My first one was against Chaos Squad with
okay.
who had rerolls, and I didn't have any rerolls. Like I had one reroll, and they just abused me. I mean, they beat me 1-0, but most of the match was them forcing me to roll. It was horrible. It was a terrible, terrible match. I won't be playing them anymore in the sea ladder.
No, I didn't even consider it really. I do have a team, but they're frustrating to get them going. Just as when I thought I was getting them going, I've just took a load of casualties and
Mm.
struggling now.
Yeah, and so FanFox is pointing out that's what Nithio said. As FanFox is saying in the chat, is that yes, there is an anticlimactic effect or whatever for people that, you know, for those that did make the playoffs, or even, you know, like those of us who grinded out, like those last 2 weeks, you know, when the competition got tense to make the playoffs, I think everybody was like, all right, let me get those extra games in. I really got to work to get into these playoffs, you know, and then it happens and you made it or you just missed it, you know, and you're like, I expended all this effort. You almost feel like tired, like you want to rest a little bit, like maybe take a small break, and oh damn, new season starting already, and I can't lay off because if I do, all these other dudes are going to develop their team, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be coming in with my
Well, they're saying
1100
that.
team, and
I think this season you can afford to lay off a little bit more than the last one
because it's longer.
because they kind of no, well, yeah, that as well, but also because they got rid of the sort of grinding aspect. If you're sitting on a decent ratio, you haven't got to worry so much as someone just piling through a load of games and just overtaking you on sheer numbers.
Yes, yes, but I mean, I guess what I was gonna say, like with these, like for instance, what really helped me out with my South Park Cowboys, the Chaos team. Oh, look at
Oh,
that! That's ballsy as hell. He's really gonna do
oh,
that? Wow. So, and then Nuffle says no at first, and then he's coaxed into it. So that is, man,
yeah,
that's
he's
risky.
got a mighty blow blitzer sitting over there.
He is within reach of. Damn, that's ballsy.
Oh,
I, I don't know what. Wow, I mean, was he that afraid of the wizard?
unless he's well, I was gonna say unless he's trying to suck the wizard out, but that's not the player to do it with if that's the
I
case.
guess the humans did a good enough job over here. See this whole section over here where they've kind of done the wraparound. He didn't feel safe in a cage over there. And wow, Mr. Ogre, the Dwarf Slasher again, just out to lunch this game. He is.
You've gone real quiet there, mate. I don't know
Can you hear me?
if everyone else is. Yeah, I can hear you. Just
Okay.
suddenly gone really quiet for some reason.
I did. Can you hear me
I
better
don't know.
now?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, now you're
Okay,
back.
my bad. So
Yeah, just dropped off quiet.
yeah, no, that's. I think he may have felt. Sometimes these little desperation plays happen as a result of good defense, and you could see these humans
Yeah,
over here. Definitely, they like kind of wrapped around, and I don't think he felt
and
safe in the
the
cage.
humans are putting up a perfect elf defense, really.
Yeah,
And
so he
you know,
forced him into.
forcing a mistake through frustration.
As far as Fant Fox just
Yeah?
said
Just
in the
saying
chat, yes, Fant, this is a potato,
that.
legitimate
Could be a
potato.
fried potato in a minute.
Yeah, this is. It looks like it's gonna be a definitely fried potato coming up. And like you said, man, that mighty blow guy is gonna take his chunk of change. And I mean, the only good thing is that the thrower with tackle
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
is, is not around. So the blodging might get him out of this, and it does.
Oh,
He's gonna live to see another couple of seconds at
unless he's going to
least.
go off the pitch, he's going to leave the pitch.
Oh yeah, he's going off the pitch. He's definitely going off the pitch. That's happening. Yeah, gone goodbye. And the
Yeah, the
fans are
call ends
gentle.
up.
I think we said Greenpeace is at home. So the fans carry him back over to the sideline, although they look kind of upset that he decided to go Maverick. And
Oh, he could send a runner here. Look, he's
yeah,
got
no,
that
this is
line.
human ball right here. That was a crucial mistake by Greenpeace. Oh, kind of forced into it by this human squad. Very well played defense. And yep, that's
You
what
would have
he
been tempted to
does.
pick that up with that thrower, launch
Cal.
it to the lineman, and then just sent that lineman running.
Yeah,
Although saying
right?
that, he's got a movement 9 catch up over there that would have chased him down pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, no, there's no need for that. The humans have now 5 more turns after this one to
Yeah,
do the things that, do what they were doing
and they
that
got the
first half,
wizard
just
as well.
control. And they really don't even have to move their cage this time. This is even a better situation
They're
than
in
the
a safe
first
place.
half. The
Yeah,
humans would rather sit there and trade blows with these guys.
definitely. Oh,
Mojo said he's Irish and he typically loves potatoes, but not a huge fan of that one. I didn't know you were Irish, Mojo. Mojo, fun fact: do you know what country the potato originally came from? Let's put that one out for the chat.
Christopher Columbus found it. I'm trying to think where he went. That's
When
right, yeah.
when it was brought back to Ireland to help with the famine, it came from somewhere in the Americas. What country did it come from?
I'm sure Columbus brought it to England.
It was a country that is very near and dear to my heart. That is absolutely right, Mojo. Peru, my
Ah,
birthplace. And so, yeah, his blitzer has been ineffective. Really, really Greenpeace. I don't know if he was the guy that did all the work and touched up those Indians. Um, so here comes
what
Wolf.
did the ogre
He's still boneheaded.
go stupid on that last turn
Yeah,
as
yes,
well?
he did.
Or did he not
I
move
don't.
him?
Actually, I don't know. I
I
don't
thought
know
he
if
was
he
left.
actually.
Was he left like that from the turn before? Because it could have been handy to have moved him
I
back.
think you're right. I think he was left like that because I don't see the roll again for him. No, no. I think he went stupid again. I'm not
Oh
sure.
well.
He's just been man. That kind of calls for him to like them consider sacking him. No problem, Mojo. He said on behalf of all the Irishmen, thanks to the Spuds. So the elves are not going to make this easy on the humans. They're going to mark up the thrower, but that's a double-edged
He's gonna have to
sword.
pile the pressure on now, isn't he? It's
Hmm.
the only way he can go.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what they're doing. I mean, there are all kinds of elves around that ball. And they're kind of like walling off the rest of the humans. That ogre is going to have to start pulling his weight soon.
It's a lot of weight to pull.
Yes, it is. And ooh, so, are we going to be possibly seeing a blitz here? Is that what's going to happen from the human thrower? It looks like he's setting up to blitz, and then possibly
Where's the,
potato. But that
where's...
wouldn't be smart.
I'll be sending that mighty blow guy back over there. Here he comes.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Here comes. Oh no! Wow. So he's gonna just have a regular block with the ball carrier on that catcher, and hope he knocks him out. And in the meantime, mighty blow dude Smutzer takes his pound of flesh, and you're gonna see Block Elf leave the pitch. Now the question is, yeah, he's still there to. Oh, he's gonna put the assist on. He's not.
He can loop those other guys over, can't he?
Yeah. So this is smart. He'll throw this lineman over here. Oh no, he's gonna put him there. Okay.
Get the guard in.
Gotcha.
No, it's needed.
Set up his little loose cage. The problem is if he doesn't, no, it'll be fine. If he doesn't knock this catcher down, and he's unable to knock him down, but he's gonna knock him between the ogre and the other player.
Yeah.
So that's a tough dodge. And he's gonna bolster him with the guard piece too. Yeah, this is and these humans know how to cage. This is advanced
There's going to
caging.
be no big hits on that Bulgaria.
And are we gonna see a final one die block from this catcher? This is looking really grim for the elves. I mean, I think Diner's comfortable with not moving this cage at all. No, there goes a one die block. He's gonna push him back, and the humans are in a good position to start turn 13 with the ball, with a wizard.
They're sitting there in their scrum and they're like, just bring it on. What are you gonna do?
This is the kind of game they want to play anyway. Just bash up, match up, bash up. Fat Fox said on behalf of his waistline, no thanks for the potatoes. Potatoes are good.
This is where that
I mean, I don't think we're in desperation mode yet, are we?
that agility 5 Blitzer might have got in there and maybe got some lucky dice in, but right now there's not going to be a hit on the ball.
So it looks like he may be trying to. Yeah, they're just going to make sure the cage doesn't advance, but I don't think the humans are trying to really advance this cage.
No.
And column, I don't think this is the time for column defense. You're going to have 3 turns after this one, and you still need to free that ball up from a dude that has a wizard and score. Definitely think you need to. No, you got to do something, man. You got to force these guys to get up because Dinar is not stupid. He's not going to give you a free opportunity to get that ball back for no reason.
No.
And this blitzer, let's see if he finally decides to play. Uh-oh, look at that. Here comes the boom. And it's just a stun.
Cleans him out.
Yeah, can't afford you to pile on, though.
Where does he go? Nimble.
He's going to back up. Yeah, dude, I mean, there's no reason for this humans to advance at all.
No.
Not, I mean, maybe if it was in the ladder, but, you know, and somebody's like, oh, let me just rack up more SPP.
I'd be looking at putting that ogre on the catcher just for going into the next game. So two star player points on him is probably be quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the only problem is the catcher's a blodger, though, so.
Yeah. You can probably get 3 dice on him, but.
Look at that. Stefan Smutzer, so. Coming with a nasty little uppercut. Knocks down on it.
Losing that blitzer is really going to come into play now. Just it doesn't even leave many options from the ball. Unless he can get that guard lineman in there somewhere, but.
Those players are running each other down. Were you much of a risk?
Okay.
Absolutely not, Jack. I stood on the line of scrimmage and my victims, rival players, came to me.
Can probably stick a 1 dice on here, but it's gonna need some serious dodging. You still there, Jest?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, you went quiet for a minute.
So yeah, I think at this point you got to mark everybody up and and key Nora guy downfield and just hope for the
I'd be
best.
throwing that guard piece and try and dodge in a 1 dice block. I think
Yeah, I mean you take your shots
that's
definitely.
what I'd be doing. You got to go risky now. You haven't got time to. He's got to get that score.
Yeah, you're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
yeah.
he's screwing around doing this, trying to get what is he trying to get SPP? I don't know. Does he have a league set up to bring this team afterwards? Because this is to me, this is lay it all on the line.
I'd have thrown that guard piece right in front of the ball carrier and then dodged that blitzer in behind the ogre.
Yeah, you gotta mark guys up.
You've had a 1 dice, you know.
They're column defense here, dude. They're not like. Do you really think the humans are pushing the score? They're up. No. This is sometimes you gotta take stock of what is at stake, and in this match, I'm sure Dinar is not that worried about SPP.
Unless he's gonna make that one elf BS move on the last turn to assure a draw and push it into overtime, you know. But
yeah, but why not why not try the LPS 2 turns?
Yeah.
And by not putting these guys in contact, he's not forcing the humans to roll.
We're giving him free roam.
Mm-hmm. Yikes. Stefan Smutzer's been all over the field today. He's been actively used properly. He's not doing that much damage, but he's been effective enough.
Yeah. Thing is, even if he puts that ball carrier down, trying to then actually get the ball is going to be another issue in itself.
Yeah, murder.
The best you could hope for is a bounce to the ogre, and then spill it this way.
No, I think as of last turn he should have marked everybody up. I mean, Dinar cannot fail a roll if he doesn't have to make it. If he doesn't have to make a roll, he can't fail a roll. So put him in positions where he has to make rolls, and then unlikely things can at least happen. Yeah, and I think Rossifer may be figuring out now that I don't think Dinar's that concerned about the SPP from an extra touchdown.
He's gonna try and put one in on turn 16 though, surely.
Oh, of course, yes, that I can see.
Who's he got down there? There's no one that's going to benefit massively from the actual. No humans are actually going to benefit from the points, but you know, just to confirm it, you're going to try and put one in on the last turn.
Here come the L's. What are they going to do? They got 2 turns. Now, the first thing you need to do. Oh, that is not the first thing you need to. Are you kidding me right now?
Well, that's
He's
not
preventing the touchdown.
so
He doesn't want to lose 2-0, but I mean that is the guy you got to. The first thing you need to do is run downfield and get within scoring range. So if you manage to
Yeah.
free the ball up, you get the ball to him. Right now the Elves are just playing like a team that just wants to save face and not actually win. Mm-mm.
He knows what the score is, right?
Uh, I guess he figured once he lost the ball and the humans caged up, there's no way to get it back.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of playing an elf team if you don't take advantage of these opportunities?
Yeah.
I mean, take advantage of the
So the elves
elf
are all
BS.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always a factor, and everyone knows he can bite you in the ass at any time. See,
Uh-huh.
yeah, okay, you've got one
Alright.
guy going.
Alright, that's good at least. But I don't agree with the guys downfield. This does nothing for you.
Especially not those two. They're the two you want.
Yeah.
You want up there.
Yep. To me, you had to mark everybody up last turn. You had to put your guys in harm's way. I mean, do you care about do you care about him that much? You don't want him to get wrecked before you put him back in the
He only
casual
needs two
ladder.
players, huh? Yeah.
Right. And what a shame because the first half was very well played by both sides, and I think Dynar just kind of outcoached
I'd be
Rostafur
sticking
by.
a wizard on that. I'd be sticking a wizard on that lineman just in case.
Which one?
Just in case.
Oh
The
yeah,
runner up there.
the guy that's downfield, the only scoring threat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't. Oh, I guess he's gonna make all his moves first, and then I would have opened my turn by doing that.
Yeah. And then if the wizard takes him out, all well and good. And if he
Uh
doesn't,
huh.
then you could have taken him down, blitzed him, whatever.
And the ogre not boneheading now, so he's actually been still coming through at the appropriate
He's got
times.
he's got the taste of victory. He wants to get involved. He wants a medal.
Yeah, his teammates have done the hard work.
Yeah.
So all men unable to fell the lineman, but he does push him back. He's going to put yet another obstacle around the ball carrier.
He's gonna run that catcher in somewhere for a.
What I don't like from the human side is they
Here we go,
managed to
that-
lose some personnel. Yeah, he's setting himself up for the score, I guess, but like now he spread his personnel out where before his strength was like he had a multiple layered cage.
Yeah.
I mean, now his opponent has a reroll and a bunch of L's.
Where's that guard? Because that's gonna come in massive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's guard. Okay, so that guard's kind of irrelevant. He takes a
83%
blitz into the
dodge.
front of the cage.
You're not gonna be able to get in. Yeah, he's not worth the risk of ducking him in there. I think you and he doesn't have no wrestlers over here, so basically you got to come with that tackle piece. I think the tackle piece has to jump in there into this, make this hard dodge into the. It's a 33% dodge, but with a reroll it ends up being 50%. I think so. You're taking
Yeah.
so you take the
The
tackle
movement
piece.
to get in there though is another thing.
Yeah, you got to make your 50% roll to
I don't
dodge
even know if
in.
he can, do. I
And
don't know
that's
if he can. Oh no,
yeah,
no, he's
smartly
pushed
that's
away
the
as
piece
well.
that they. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't
One.
even make it.
Now he can't get in there anymore. So.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
wizard.
Ugh.
Oh, who did you
And
put
who
that
you try
on?
to scorch? Try to scorch the catcher. That's funny. So I think you got to go with the blitzer
I
now.
missed it. My screen was the other end. I was looking
Oh,
at the lineman. I thought, what happened? Where's the
it's
lightning?
funny. So the lightning,
Just shot someone in the crowd. Yeah, down in the
hits
catcher.
the top of the catcher's hat and bounces off.
Yeah.
So I guess he's got some kind of lightning retardant headwear. Yeah, I think you get
Not
you
those
gotta come in
metal
with
smiths alike.
you gotta give him a mighty blow pylon, dude. Dodge into this three-man tackle zone with your reroll. Again, 33% with the reroll ends up being 50%. Hope for the best. If you free up the ball, it's good. Run in there with another elf, grab it. dodge out, hand it off, and then pass. Simple. No, see, this is not the guy. I don't think
There's
you.
the assist gone.
Oh, why is he doing that though? Why is he moving that guy? That's the guy with a bunch of movement, and he's the guy you run in and grab the ball with and then throw after you've loosened it.
Oh. Okay, reroll.
So he fails the initial.
Oh, no way.
He has overstepped
The one
his
who's come out the horn.
That's the problem, because if that failed attempt happened 2 turns ago, he still has 2 turns to try more Elf BS.
Yeah.
And Dinar is going to seal the deal and make this game look as dominant on the scoreboard as it did to us since the unfortunate potato in the second half, since the French fries that happened in the.
The Yoga picked up some points. He's going to have a skill for the next game.
Oh wow. So yeah, and that's going to seal the deal. Ladies and gentlemen.
Well played, guys.
Yeah.
Check your insurance policy. Keep away from the fans.
Tough match. By the way, I think I'm pretty happy with. I think Cyanide fixed that bug that used to be if you were watching something on Cabal Vision, the last play always got cut off. So I think that's been fixed. It didn't cut off this time for me.
I think it went on mine. He took the hand off and started running, and then it flicked.
Oh, it didn't for me.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Maybe they fixed it for the U.S. I don't know. The MVP is the Mighty
You
Blow
seem to get
Pylon.
things early.
Yeah, right. The U.S. been getting so we got Nurgle early. Yeah, like you said, the Ogre, the Door Slasher, is gonna level up. I wonder what he will get, but whatever it is, it better help him just get better, because he kind of really sucked this game.
Yeah.
Take a look at the.
Maybe some home tuition.
Take a look at the SPP, and we've just been joined by Dinar in the party. What's going on, Dinar?
Hi, can you hear me? My internet is a bit crap at the moment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
can hear
we
you well.
can. How are you?
Nice.
What country are you located in?
Norway.
Nice. That's right.
Yeah.
I know you told me that before. Just for our viewers, I want to emphasize the worldwide nature of Blood Bowl. I'm sitting here in New Jersey in the United States, and VPower's broadcasting from the UK, and you're coming in from Norway.
Isn't it like 6 in the morning in New Jersey?
It is. That sounds like I got up early for my Blood Bowl.
Yeah, you did.
And you guys delivered, man. You delivered especially. This was a very, very well-coached game for you, I gotta say.
Controlled, wasn't it? Very controlled.
Yes.
Yeah, I tried to play as controlled as possible against any elf team, pretty much, because you know how easily they can get the ball and score right away, so
Yeah.
if I'm going to win this game, I just have to cage up and play kind of boring, if you understand, but it's the only thing that pretty much works against them.
You
I
you
enjoy
did a very
playing
good
more
job of being
Bastion.
patient in the first
Yeah,
half.
you need to be. Yeah, you need to get opportunity to screen up some players, and then you can move your cage far up the pitch. So I was just waiting for him to do one mistake pretty much, and then I can move my entire team up and hopefully 2 pieces in scoring range.
And in the second half, were you surprised by his potato up the wide zone?
Yeah, I was, because he had so many turns left, so I figured, well, we're just gonna stay here and and keep hitting each other with the mighty blow piece we both have, and suddenly he just went potato right away after, I don't know, it was turn 12, 13 or something.
Early on, wasn't it? Really early on.
Yeah, it was, in my opinion. He knew I had a wizard as well. Maybe he felt pressured. I don't know. But
Yeah, and you seem to be swooping around everybody in kind of a hook fashion from the middle side of the field and walling him into that side. So I think he got uncomfortable knowing that the wizard was out there and you were swooping your guys in to like envelop him. So he made the break for it.
I did think about using the wizard right away, but I figured if this is gonna end in 1-1, I'd rather have the wizard in for the overtime instead.
Right, and the way these games have been going, a lot of it's been going overtime. So Ross, can you hear us? He just joined us in the chat. Yes, sir.
Hi, Ross.
Ross, by the way, can you? Yeah, we can definitely hear you.
Yeah,
I
it
just want to make
works.
sure. Go into your party settings, and there's an advanced settings tab. Just go in there and make sure that you have checked allow voice to be shared. Or if not, nobody in the chat will be able to hear you. I don't know. Can you guys in the chat hear Ross? Yeah, they can't hear you, Ross. So you have to check that,
Oh, that's
or
cool.
else they won't be able to hear you. So you go to No, that's fine. So you hit your PlayStation button, and then you go. And this is a good tutorial for those of you guys that don't know this. If you're watching this broadcast, anytime that you're like broadcasting on Twitch and you're in somebody's party, go to your advanced settings. So go to like hit PlayStation button, go to like the actual party icon for the party that you're in. All right, so when you go in party, there should be a tab on the right side. It says advanced settings.
I'm looking forward to these next few matches.
Yeah, or party
Yep.
settings, right? Yep, that's the one.
That's one.
Yeah, either one. The only thing is if you only allow for current party, then next time you're in a party, you'll have to remember to do that again if they're broadcasting you.
Okay. Okay, I hope everyone can hear me now.
Cool. Now they can probably hear you. And they'll let us know, I'm sure, if they can't. So, the potato in the second half was really what did you in. Up until then, this was really a tight battle. What caused you to make that break so early?
I caught the end of what you were talking about just as I was joining there, and you guys were pretty much had it exactly right. The fact that you had a wizard, and I saw him coming around the backside, I really felt like I had to try and force an opportunity to score quickly, which obviously went pretty horrendously.
Right, at least you did it with a blodger, and his tackle guy was tied up, so that was probably part of the decision as well, right?
Yeah, but I knew at the time it was a pretty big blunder. I'd hoped to draw the wizard out in the first half on defense, but that didn't happen.
It kept going back and forth between you guys. Like 1 minute it looked good for the humans, then it didn't look good for the humans, and then it looked good for the humans again. And it's just the first half was really, really tight. And yeah, I think the presence of the wizard.
That first half was anyone's really.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with my defense. Obviously getting 4 dice on his ball carrier. I hope to knock. If I knocked him down, probably could have drawn out the wizard then.
But you started the game with 2 less players than I.
Yeah, that was I was on the back foot right off the get-go.
Yeah, my 2 first blocks, 2 removals.
It's
What a
crazy
joke!
because
Mighty blow. No, go ahead, Jest.
I was gonna say that you started the match that way, and then it went quiet. No more injuries or knockouts for a while.
Yeah, what a joke that my mighty blow piling on blitzer wound up getting MVP. He had an absolute nightmare.
He couldn't put anybody away.
Did he
No.
even get a piling on in there?
No, I'd never had a good chance to. I never thought I had the right opportunity to pile on.
No.
I was hoping to nail his one tackle guy, but obviously, a very good player never really exposed him that much.
I don't know what was into it with that guy, man. It's like he, instead of running around punching people, he was slapping people with gloves. So, I challenge you. He's just disrespecting people. That's it.
Yeah, I was a bit curious myself why my armor never broke this game.
I think I had like
compared to
3.
when I played Skaven. Both of us were dying left and right. This game, I was just running around enjoying my time out on the pitch.
Oh yeah, your first match was a death factory. So you guys end the Skaven, and yeah, this one was just like an amiable, like you guys were slapping each other's asses and saying "good game" instead of fighting.
Wow.
Who are you looking at taking in the next game then? It comes out of Is it Mojo and someone?
Yep, it's Mojo's Undead versus I don't actually. I think it's Fant Fox at home. So Fant Fox's Lizards versus
Lizards,
Mojo's
yeah.
Undead, and I think that Dino gets the winner of that. Dino,
Who
you're
would
a
you
B&T
rather?
guy, right? Blood and Tears.
Yeah,
Yep, represent the Blood and Tears
and
League.
I have lost against both Mojo and Fanfox more than I won, so it doesn't look good.
Who
Hey
would
man,
you
if you
rather
keep playing
play
the way
out
you
of the
played
two of those
today, you can
teams?
compete with anybody, man. You played very well
Oh,
today.
he played flawlessly today, I thought. Unlike
Yeah,
myself.
but it's easier to play against your same strength because if I meet Undead or Lizardman, they will have a bunch of strength 4 or a plenty of strength 5, which is horrible for humans. They can't
Yeah.
dodge out easily, so they will just have to take the beating pretty much. Even though I did a few dodges at this game and it worked perfectly, I never missed. I think I did 3 dodges and I never failed one of them. I was pretty
Nice.
sure I had to use one reroll this game, but no.
I don't even think you used one reroll in the second half, did you?
Um, or was it the first half? I can't remember, but anyway, yeah, 1 of 6 rerolls. Everything went my way, pretty much.
Well,
Yeah,
still,
but you played better. I was beaten by a better coach. I can't complain. I
Ross.
can't
The only
complain about dice rolls after my first game.
the only thing, Ross, that I was a little also curious about is after he got the ball back from you and he caged up in the center, it's like you guys backed off and started playing column defense, and we were just wondering like, well, you were like, why hang back at that point? Should have just mark everybody up, force them to make rolls, send a couple guys downfield or at least one downfield, and you did eventually put that one lineman downfield, which was good. But
Yeah, my little canoeing threat at the end.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that. I think I was something like 3 or 4 players down by that point.
Yeah, those of us that we play in private leagues, and I know Nemesis is your league, right?
Yeah.
So you guys had just adopted a perpetual format as well, right? So you're no longer. I think you guys used to be all ladder, right?
There's a few. There's a perpetual ladder. There's Death Zone, which is like a 3-tier league.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, so I was just
but
like, I was
yeah,
saying, those of us like, same thing with like, I play in the MML and BNT, and I was just like, yeah, sometimes you're losing a game and you're like, well, let me preserve my guys, and I don't want to throw everybody in there because then I'm gonna lose the game and get everybody smashed. But then
oh
then you
no,
remember like, oh, this is a playoff format, so.
Yeah,
no, I was just
I
hoping it
mean,
would. Go ahead.
yeah, just thinking about that. Your players aren't worth anything these games. It's just one game,
Correct.
pretty much. So, yeah, at the end there, I was just waiting for you to do something, and you didn't do anything. So I just figured, okay, I'll start moving my guys left and right again and try to get up the field as much as I can.
And when I finally did something, I used the players the wrong way around. I didn't have the movement to get into the cage.
Yeah, I think it's almost like you were waiting for him to try to score on you, and then you realize, oh wait, he's not moving. He's not going to try to score. He's going to sit back.
Yeah.
Which was smart. It's smart. Some other people might have said, another coach might have said, you know what, I'm going to go for this SPP and get a second touchdown, and screwed it up and played right into your hands. But he didn't. He just sat back there and was very patient. So.
Plus, by the time he had the ball, I didn't have my agility 5 guy for getting into the cage
That
either.
was a big
so,
loss.
Yeah.
Did you purposefully
Yeah,
target him, Dinar,
that was a
early
big
on?
thing to lose in.
Target who?
The AG5 guy, was that the AG5 guy, was that one of your early goals, is get that guy gone?
My early goal was to hit everybody without dodge or block with my mighty blow, just to keep his number down. Because if you can, as the humans, you are fast as the elves pretty much, so it's kind of easy to screen off if you don't overcommit at one side. So I figured if I get the numbers, this should be not an easy game, but it should be easier than if you have full numbers. So I just figured my best chance to removals are to hit everybody without any dodge or block or whatever.
Right.
So, yeah.
Important question though. Important question. Has that ogre now got leap?
Oh,
That's
your
what I was
ogre
hoping.
let you
That's what I
down
was sitting
big
rolled.
there,
time.
fingers
I
crossed that he
haven't
got
rolled
some
for his
SPV.
upgrade yet. I haven't rolled for his upgrade yet, so I don't know what it is. But
Dude.
if I get if I get Leaf, I probably will choose it now.
That ogre needs a blanket party before the next game. The team needs to get him right. He
He
boneheaded at
needs
the
Yeah.
some Red
worst
Bull before the
times.
game.
Well, yeah, I figured I didn't as when I played other games, I have used my ogre way too active. Like the most important move are the ogre, and that's so scary. So I figured I'll just keep him as well. He will just play around for himself, and if he boneheads, he boneheads. And I did a both down at the start of the game because I figured,
Yep.
okay, with this kind of luck, with 2 removals on the line of skirmish, I'll try both down and see if I get
Yeah.
another removal. I was just getting a bit too greedy there, but
No, your big guy management was on point this game, and good for you
Yeah.
because he was very unreliable. So good thing you didn't make him the center of your game plan.
yeah, I
Ross,
mean,
where are you broadcasting from? Where are you located?
Scotland.
Nice, nice. So we got a good mix of people, 4 different countries on here. This is awesome. I've definitely expanded my worldview just playing Blood Bowl. I joined a French league too, and my French is getting better now as a result. So, um,
Educational and fun.
yeah. So you heard it here first. If you're watching this video, you're thinking about playing Blood Bowl, do it. It'll make you a better person. Thanks, guys. This game was awesome. Good job by both coaches, and look forward to seeing Dynar face off against the winner of FanFox and Mojo Nova as round 2 of the PS4 official Cabal Vision Champion Cup continues in a later broadcast. This has been Serious Jest. My co-host is VPowerV, and the coaches are Rostaford 1979 and Dynar321. Any parting shots from any of you fellas?
no, I'm
See you
good.
on the flip side.
Well said. Well said.
Good luck going forward. Hope you win, guys. Hope you win your semi. But I don't have to play it.